solving mysteries in the night. Chasing shadows, finding answers, shining bright light. No one's left behind in the darkness, all alone. With a heart like a siren, she brings the lost ones home. Silent cries in the dark no longer have to be, for justice wheels keep turning, Granny on the beat. Broken voices find their power, call out hope again. Then these crime busters run, no victims left to pay. Bravery in her veins, true she won't disguise. With a fire in her eyes, she's got nothing to deny. Granny fights for justice, never backs down from the call. For the voiceless and the missing, she'll stand tall.
Hello. I am back. I tried everything, connections, wires, the software, everything. I just finally shut down my computer and restarted it, and it worked, guys. So thank you for your patience. I did it. Yes, I did. Awesome. So when all else fails, reboot your computer. Funny thing is, I haven't done that much on it today because, like Ginger said earlier, I got a new refrigerator, so I was doing things with that. And I really haven't. I did one video this morning before the refrigerator came. So weird. All right, so let me say hello to everybody. We got Kate, I think, Trees, Cheryl, Valerie, Ginger Girl, hello, Rob. Let's see. Peggy, hello. Osprey, hello. Crackerjacks, hello. Troodles, Jen, hello. Good to see you guys. It's gonna be a day, I can tell already. All right. So let's start with our spotlight on the missing. It'll work with me here. Okay. So we have Nova Echevarria, missing since August 19th, 2025 from Brooklyn, New York. Just a couple days ago. She's 3 years old. She was last seen wearing a blue shirt, blue pants, and pink sneakers. She's believed to be with her mother, Jayla Echevarria, who's 20 years old. Jayla was last seen wearing a black top and jeans as shown in the photo on the right. So it's like familial abduction. Hopefully the baby is okay. All right. Little Emmanuel Harrow is still missing. I did do an updated video, guys. All I can say is just go and watch it. You'll see exactly what the baby's daddy did to this little baby's half-sister. Really sad. That man should be in prison. The key thrown away, in my opinion. He should never have been allowed to have more children after he beat his 10-week-old baby girl. Oh, so sad. I heard that they did lose custody of their third child. The 2-year-old was taken away a couple days ago, and then the last child that they had in their home was taken away. The woman who is getting these children, thank goodness she's getting them, is the sister to his ex-wife. She's an aunt to the children, most of the children. And she's taking care of them all. She's a saint, in my opinion. But yes, go and watch the video from this morning that I did, because if you're not a member, it will be released at 8:30 today, but if you remember, it's available now. Let's not forget about Jonathan Wang, missing since March 30th, believed to be in the Kirkland, Washington area. That was the last sighting. He's 21-year-old autistic young male, presents as an 8 or 9-year-old, needs to be home with his parents. If anybody sees him, call 911 immediately. Let's not forget about Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, $500,000 reward. Sebastian could be anywhere. So somebody knows something and they need to talk, in my opinion. Travis Decker's still out there. In my opinion, I think he's deceased, but we never know. He's considered to be armed and dangerous, so if anybody does see him, don't approach him. Just call 911. He's wanted for 3 counts of first-degree red rum and first-degree kidnapping for taking the lives of his 3 little girls seen here, Peyton, Evelyn, and Olivia, seen with their mom. All right. I agree. And, I looked up the California statute for child cruelty, and it's up to 6 years. How did this guy only get 6 months and 48 months of probation? That's what I want to know. Because in my opinion, when you beat a baby bad enough, beat and strangle, that they're blind, they only have 3% of their brain function, broken ribs, cannot walk, cannot swallow because of the strangulation. So they have to be fed through a tube. They have a trach in to get air so that she can breathe. And that trach has to be constantly suctioned out so that she doesn't choke and die on her own saliva. This little girl, if it weren't for the aunt that was taking care of her, she needs round-the-clock care, guys. And he only got 6 months. Something's wrong there. It's just sick. I sure did, Michelle. I sure did. I rebooted my computer and that took care of it. I was going to say, something's really wrong because the mic was new when I started. It's not very old and I take pretty good care of it. Like a year old, 2 years old maybe. My computer, I don't even know if it's a year old. So yeah, it was weird. Yeah, and and some would say, and I hate to say this because I know that the aunt is taking such good care of this baby, but she only has 3% brain function, guys. She can't see, she can't walk. What kind of life is this child going to have? You know what I'm saying? That's not quality of life at all. But, God bless the aunt who is taking care of her. Seriously, that woman is a saint, in my opinion. A saint. So who knows what happened to Emmanuel? I will show, I gotta upload it, but I will show a picture of the dumpster that some clothing was found in. Hasn't been completely determined whether it's all related, but this is the dumpster where the clothing was found that they believe possibly belonged to Emmanuel. I did take a picture of that. I know that Dolly is out there. He's been live. It was 102 degrees earlier. So, but yeah. So there you have it. I mean, just that baby. I can't even imagine. Can't even imagine. All right. System is failing, but there's really no accountability on the parents either. And people have told me that California's laws are very lax, especially when it comes to children. In my opinion, first of all, child cruelty law, if parents are convicted, or anyone, of child cruelty, only six years is the max. There's something wrong with that law to begin with. And then you have someone almost take the life of their 10-week-old baby. She is now 7 years old, guys. So this aunt is taking exceptional care of her 10-week-old baby. I mean, and he gets 6 months. And I don't know if he had any priors. It doesn't matter. He beat that child. He strangled that child. In my opinion, he should have got the book thrown at him. This baby had neurological issues despite how the dad described him as happy and healthy. He may have been born as such, but 34 years of nursing told me something was the matter here. Yeah. I put up his picture. I agree with you, Osprey. He didn't look normal to me either. I will say, I have seen children who were born cross-eyed, but healthy in every other way, right? But given this father's history, what he did to his 10-week-old baby, I just wouldn't doubt if Emmanuel suffered something before this. Yeah, we're back. Thank you. I checked everything. I mean, cords, wires, software, everything. Finally, I just shut down my computer. When all else fails, just reboot. And that's what happened. And I thought, well, I'm just going to go right on. I didn't want to quit tonight, so. All right. So, yeah. Baby Emmanuel, he needs justice. He just needs justice. Seriously. My heart breaks for him. Baby is not engaged with his surroundings. Yeah. Yeah. I agree. It didn't look normal to me. But without actually seeing the baby in person, all we're seeing is pictures, so it's really difficult to tell what's wrong, right? You can get a better idea, or even a video, right? A video of the baby, something, something to show. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it, Osprey. He doesn't look like he is in there. Yeah, yeah, I agree. I agree. You know, and when I think of the aunt had changed the names of the children. Um, she changed the name of the 10-week-old baby to Promise, and I don't know. Uh, I've seen pictures of her. She's and if you go to my video from earlier, you'll see the pictures of her when she was a baby and growing up until where she is now at 7 years old. Um, but you can see as well that there's nothing there, right? What kind of life? I mean, is this child going to have um, quality of life? You know, and how does he get to go and continue to procreate when this child, she needs constant, round the clock care just to stay alive? Because if her saliva isn't squeegeed out of there, she could die. That tells you what kind of care this aunt is taking care of her. Oh, and he's walking around still, right? Yeah, law enforcement has video that doesn't match what the mom has reported. They have video of her going to the ground, but there's no baby around anywhere ever. So it's supposed to be 104 degrees in California today. Yeah, I was watching Dolly for a little bit because he was there at the house, um, and he brought a Cookie Monster and put it up. They kind of started a shrine for little baby Emmanuel. Osprey, but you're not too far off. You know, not too far off. Oh gosh, it just yeah. I I know we're spending a little bit of extra time um, on baby Emmanuel, but it just breaks my heart. I cannot believe this man isn't in prison for the rest of his life. Honestly, if this baby, the young child now 7 years old, has to live like this for the rest of her life, I mean, guys, only 3% brain function. That is nothing. And she's going to have to live like this for the rest of her life. Why should he be free to live his life when he did that? So, anyway, so Janie, let's talk about Janie today. We all love Janie, right? I agree, Crackerjacks, and when we're talking about Jack and Lily, it's kind of the same thing. Um, if they don't want them, why'd they have them? It's my opinion. Why did they have them? Because I mean, even if it was a mistake, give it up for adoption. There are people out there that will take babies. I know that adoption for disabilities is not very high, but in this case, the aunt keeps taking, in Emmanuel's case, the aunt keeps taking these kids. She took the latest one that they lost custody to today. They were in court today, by the way. She took the latest one. So, yes, why do people, I'll never understand. I will never understand. And why are parents harming their children? We're seeing it more and more and more. Yeah, her body was robbed of all of its functions for the rest of her life. I mean, guys, it, you know, all I can think of is the quality of life for this child is horrendous. It's horrendous. He should have to suffer. I've had the greatest respect for parents that arrive at A&E with a toddler so she cannot cope anymore. Yeah, if they can't take it, that's the best thing they could do. I have great respect too. It shows awareness. Yes, it does. It does. I know Jen, right? She's taking, every single one of the children, you know, and she has enough to take care of with just promise, right? I mean, she has to bathe her. She has to feed her through a feeding tube. She has to suction out her saliva constantly to make sure she doesn't choke. She has to change her diapers. She has to bathe her. She has to do comb her hair. This child cannot do anything. It can't walk. Amber Alert has been issued for a missing 8-month-old boy. Zaid Rahman was last seen in Brampton. I agree. I think laws should be changed when someone harmed their child to the degree that he did. Vasectomy or tubal ligation for the mother. It doesn't matter. I don't care. But they should not be allowed to have any more children. They just should not be. It's the way I feel. I horrible. The suspect vehicle is a gray 2023 Nissan with Ontario license plate CZLM113. Let me pull that up. Excuse me, guys. Okay. I'll pull up a picture of that baby so that if anybody is in the Ontario area, there's the baby that's missing. Oh, look at. I want to take them and hug them, kiss them. I love babies. That's so sad. 8-month-old boy. He's believed to be with Shazad Miman, age 40, Middle Eastern man, 5'9", 119 pounds with black hair. The relation between the two is not clear at this point. Oh, that's strange. And there's the vehicle they're believed to be in. You see this man, that vehicle, or that precious baby. Very sad. Very sad. All right. Yeah, it's an adorable baby, isn't it? The big five said she didn't have him the first time she entered the store. Isn't that amazing? Yeah, the man looks creepy, doesn't he? Oh, guys, he's got them eyes. Oh, like Koberger eyes, like Ted Bundy eyes, doesn't he? He's got those eyes. That's freaky weird. You know, it's kind of big on the screen, but you should see it on my computer screen. It's horrible. It freaked me out. Oh, man. All right. Let's get to Janie. um, and Mike Demand, of course, right? Got to have Mike Demand. Guys, Janie's all stressed out. Her dog is stressed out. And no, I'm not making a song about Janie. I'm not going to do it.
So, as Janie would say,
Jack and Lily going through. That's my point I was trying to get across. My dog is a Heinz 57. He's got different breeds in him. You'll see him on the interview. And I'm sorry, my dog, as I said, is going through a rough time. He's under veterinarian care.
yeah, priority her, second priority that dog.
He has lost some of his hair. He was there for a while. He wasn't eating. He wasn't doing anything. And the vet said that if I'm under a lot of stress, my dog is going to be under stress.
Like I said, the animals, the dog.
The doggone dog is probably scared to death of Janie. I'm sorry. Janie's got a rake. Janie's got a rake. Oh my gosh. She drives me nuts too, but I couldn't help it. I listened to the first little bit of this one and I was like, oh yeah, we got to talk about this because if Janie's under stress, her dog's under stress. The dog is probably stressed because of her. I know you're trying, JDR, to get me to do that, but I can't. I can't. I would not put it past Janie to try to sue me, so no thank you. I do not need a lawsuit. Yeah, and if you guys have not subbed up to Mike, please do so. I cannot believe how much content he's put out about Jack and Lily. He just did another one on Chris Proudfoot, but honestly, it's an old interview, old phone conversation, and I, to me, to do a video in regards to Sebastian's case, I don't want it to be about Chris Proudfoot anymore. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to do a video about Sebastian. It's going to be about Sebastian because I'm done with Chris Proudfoot. I'm just done with him. He, in my opinion, he needs to be in jail, but Yeah. Why is she? Well, the dog's getting better now. See, so she must be getting better. She'll tell us in a minute. So was she stressed out about Jack and Lily? I don't know. Let's listen.
Dogs reflect their humans.
So until I get rid of this stress, which I am now, because he's starting to come around,
And he was, anyways.
she said that he will be all right. So I see my dog going through this trauma. And so I'm just imagining.
Can you imagine how much more she is worried about this dog than Jack and Lily?
Good point.
What Jack and Lily is going through and what my other two grandchildren are going through. They don't understand, just like him. Like, it's really hard on everyone that doesn't understand what's going on.
Let me hear this again. Whom is it hard on?
You'll see him on the interview. And I'm sorry, my dog, as I said, is going through a rough time. He's under veterinarian care. He has lost some of his hair. He was there for a while.
Now it's very quiet on your property. There's not even Jack. There's not even Lily. There are no kids. There is no activity. It's just you and your dog. So I'm thinking that your dog has peace and quiet now, right? But then again, I think that your dog reacted the way he saw you reacting. Dogs pick up on things. The dog realized you hated Lily and Jack. So the dog was almost in protective mode of you. Had you been playing with Jack and Lily, had you had fun with them, had you run around, had you been expressing any type of love or happiness towards them, the dog would have loved to participate. But when you view somebody as an enemy, there are so many subtle ways in which an owner can teach a dog who an enemy is supposed to be. And the dog will absorb it like a sponge.
Hi, Peggy.
Well, he wasn't eating, he wasn't doing anything. And the vet said that
He's not, what is he doing anyways in the trailer? He wasn't doing anything. What is there to do for a dog other than watch TV and watch you?
if I'm under a lot
And he's looking out the window all the time because, you know, dogs are supposed to be in nature.
of stress, my dog is going to be under stress. So until I get rid of this stress,
So, and that's her point. I'm under stress. It always leads back to her. She's talking about the stress of the dog. So, when she says so, then she's about to tell you why she was yapping about the previous.
which I am now because he's starting to come around, she said that he will be all right. So I see my dog going through
So, like, again,
this trauma. And so I'm just imagining what Jack and Lily is going through and what my other
is going through, is going through. Because this is a part of scripting as well. It's repetitive. Insert Jack and Lily once in a while. She reminds herself to do that, but it doesn't come naturally to her.
two grandchildren.
And of course, she cannot say Jack and Lily without telling you whom she really cares about, because she doesn't care about Jack and Lily.
Are going through. They don't understand, just like him.
Just like whom? Just like the dog? Is she referring to the dog not really understanding what's going on?
It's really hard on everyone.
On everyone, right? Minimizing what Jack and Lily's demise are or were. Minimizing. It's no worse than for anyone. They are not more important, no matter what they had gone through.
That doesn't understand what's going on. I mean, us adults know what's going on, but I'm thinking about the children.
Especially you know what happened.
What are they going through? What trauma are they going through? Especially Lily and Jack.
Yeah, what trauma were they going through to hear an aggressive old woman being negative consistently? Consistently. Welcome, Anne. Thank you for joining the mod team.
When they don't know what's going on, like how come I can't see Mommy, or I can't see Daniel, or I can't see Meadow, or I can't see my other two grandchildren. Like, I can't imagine putting myself in Jack and Lily's shoes, because I wouldn't know. I don't know how they're feeling, but my opinion, they must be going through hell right now. I had the same problem last night.
Is that a reference to death or what?
With my dog. He laid beside me and he kept pushing me out of bed. So I didn't get a good sleep last night. But
Man. Yeah.
at least
No matter what, this is a woman who will talk about negative things constantly. Like Malaya said, all she talked about was her health problems. So, Malaya tuned out and didn't even entertain it.
So a woman who talked about her health problems constantly. Yes, me, right? Yes, absolutely. I can't believe she's sitting there talking about Jack and Lily acting like she doesn't know what they must be going through and what they must be thinking. She knows those children are gone. She knows it. Yeah, unfortunately, the dogs can't pick their owners, can they? That's unfortunate. That's sad. That's really sad. But I mean, just like children can't pick who they're born to either, right? We're closer from Timu. Oh, man. Yeah. She is totally self absorbed. Absolutely. That's all she talks about. And she lives in that RV by herself. Did she move into the trailer now that Malaya and Jack and Lily are gone? She live inside there now. Not that it's much better from what I hear. Rats in the walls and
And that probably kept her halfway sane over there. Malaya just completely ignored Janie. And she is beyond the whole realm of politeness and, fake politeness. Oh my God, really? You have something again? Oh my God. You see, people like that, with people like that, it will never end. Once you let them start complaining, they will find more and more, and it will be the same every single day. They didn't sleep well last night. Their feet hurt.
have you guys ever known anyone like that? I had an aunt, bless her heart. She's no longer on this earth anymore, but my mother, it was my dad's sister, and my mother used to hate to end up on the phone with her because it was kind of a joke that she's on her third hysterectomy now, guys. She'd forget what she was kind of a hypochondriac, and yeah, she'd forget what she told us. Mom said, "Now this is the third hysterectomy she's had." Old Rex may miss the kids. I don't know. I think Janie had talked about how the dog didn't like Lily screaming, if I remember right. I do too. Yeah, he's intelligent, analytic, but he's very humorous. He pulls no punches. He tells it just like it is. He that dog is not very big. I'm, big enough to. Now, Lacey could knock me out of bed. I could see that. But that dog, I don't know. I guess it depends on how big her bed is. Cruelty to an animal to make a dog live with her, right? I would pull my hair out if I had to live with her. No wonder the dog was losing hair. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Poor dog is bored. Exactly. Exactly. I mean, if she's going to keep it, you know, then she should have made like an area outside penned it in for the dog so that the dog could run around that penned in area in the grass, right? To give it some kind of um activity and yeah. All right.
They're short on breath. They have a migraine. It's going to be something every single time. If you listen to them, there is no end to it. And when Ray talked about bad energy, she is a very bad energy person. And unfortunately, Jack and Lily got the lowest end of the stick. Lily and Jack's problem was that they were there.
Yep.
Their problem is that Malaya moved over there.
And she refused to take him out.
It is absolute, and by death, I mean when somebody has a black hole in their heart, in their soul, like Janie does, everything sort of follows her pace. She is the queen of that castle. And there's never going to be anything good. I've met people like that before.
Did you hear how he said that, guys? She's the queen of that castle. I love that. Oh, I love that. Oh, happy birthday, Deb. That's awesome. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Deb. Wonderful. Blackheart Janie. Yeah. Boy, we really got a song going, don't we, guys? Oh, man. I know, right? Castle. She's the queen of that castle. You know what? She can have it. That's all right. I'll let her be queen of her castle. If I ever wanted to be queen of anything, no. She's welcome to it. Trudels, your birthday today too? Ah. Well, my goodness.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Trudels. August is a good month for birthdays. You're very welcome, Deb. 53. Troodles, you're just a youngin'. Yeah, that's some castle. Are you jealous, Crackerjacks? I'm not. Oh my gosh. I loved how he said that. She's queen of her castle. Birthday twins, yeah. So you're so jealous, right? Doesn't everybody want to live in that trailer? I think I missed the castle. Was it behind the woodpile? I, you know what? I think the castle was a fort that the kids made in the woods. Janie is the Duchess of Darkness. Oh gosh. Yeah, I was gonna say because my parents are Virgos and their birthdays were on the 29th and 31st of this month. Maybe in honor of their birthdays, I'll share a picture of me with them or something for each of them. All right, let's see what else Mike has to entertain us with.
And it doesn't matter what you do for her. I didn't, and this is really making a mockery. I mean, to hear this woman while Jack and Lily are missing, and she supposedly thinks they're still alive. That is such a contrast as well. She's talking about not getting a good night's sleep while she is safe on her own property, and how crappy she keeps it. That's up to her. That is her choice.
I don't know about you guys, but if I had rats in my walls, I don't think I'd be sleeping very well either. I'm just saying. Yeah. She's not queen of the silver dollar, but queen of her castle. Your late husband was a Virgo, August 25th. Yeah.
I'm sure she could upgrade things a little bit. Jack and Lily had no choice.
My dog is feeling is much anxiety now that I'm not feeling it. He is.
Your dog has always been feeling your anxiety. It's not anxiety, man. Your dog has always been feeling your negative energy. Your dog is probably scared of you.
Been starting to be more lively. And
this is worse than listening to Chris Proudfoot, man.
wanting to do more things like go out and play in the yard.
Oh my gosh. Oh, you gotta love Mike. This is worse than listening to Chris Proudfoot, man. I don't know. I can laugh about Janie. Chris Proudfoot triggered me bad. I'd probably develop an addiction if I live with this woman too. Pull your hair out. he, he really does. Oh my gosh. That just cracked me up. This is worse than listening to Chris Proudfoot. Does Janie trigger Mike, you think? Oh man. Oh.
When this was all taking place with all this
All this what? Look how she pauses. She's watching her words.
drama going on.
Oh, drama going on. Yeah, okay.
And
Did she say drama? I want to hear that again.
All this what? Look how she pauses. She's watching her words.
drama going on.
Oh, drama going
She did say
on.
drama. He's got a rake. Duchess got a rake. Oh man. All this drama going on. She is another Chris Proudfoot. Oh my gosh. Machete. Irby. Drama. Oh my gosh. Exactly, Neuro. Hello, by the way. Yeah, what was this, right? Yes. I have heard him imitating her whining. Uh, you gotta love him. Hi, Bernice. Good to see you. Seriously, I never heard her talk like that before. The dog drama. Now, I could make something up about that. Does she have anything else that she says funny? I could make something up about drama and machete and pervy. Save the drama for your mama. Oh goodness.
And all the helicopter.
Mm-hmm. All the drama. You mean when 2 children are missing?
There's the drones, all the people, and the dogs.
And yes, she says drones, right? With an M.
And everything. My dog is just starting to come around now. If anyone has a dog, when they go through experience like my dog has, when there's nobody around, and then all of a sudden, everybody have all these people come into your yard, and your dog is just like, wow. Like, it's just like putting someone that has been isolated from.
No, that is you. You have been isolated, but voluntarily. And you were bothered by people showing up all of a sudden. Crazy as it sounds, she is projecting her own feelings upon her dog. Dogs like isolation. I think that dogs like to play. Dogs like to run around. Dogs like
The last thing dogs like is isolation. Wow. I wouldn't be surprised if she mentions next week that she has a dog in therapy. Probably. I didn't realize people could find so much to complain about until I heard Janie. She's like Saturday Night Live, Debbie Downer. Just need to put the wah wah sound at the end of every sentence, right? Yeah. Yeah. Happy now, Janie. It's deadly quiet. You don't have Jack and Lily out there saying, come on, Jack, the way she said it. Oh. She hated those kids. She absolutely hated those kids. Hello, Casey. Good to see you. She really did. So her life should be back to her normal isolation now. You know, Jack and Lily, that was drama. Drama. Oh my gosh.
to be free.
For a long time, and putting them in a crowd, it's just like they're just overwhelmed with all this here emotion, like they don't know how to control themselves. And I'll tell you something else. My dog, when I put him out in the pen where Lily and Jack was, that's all my dog does is go to the door to see where the kids are, because he can't understand why the kids are not here anymore.
Yep, the dog actually liked the kids, but you hated the kids. You hated Jack and Lily. So the dog was not able, the dog would have loved to play more with them. But you see, she's feeling more. She's not feeling bad at all for Jack and Lily. She's feeling bad for
For
Meadow
dog.
not having Jack and Lily. Now she's feeling bad for the dog not having Jack and Lily.
Yep.
As he's so used to hearing them out here, and he's like, where are the kids? Like, I don't hear them anymore. I don't see them anymore. So my dog has gone through a real...
I thought that your dog was completely stressed out by Jack and Lily, because you said 2 years before that, before 2 years ago, he was by himself and he couldn't handle the stress of having Jack and Lily making noise. Isn't that what you tried to explain to us, to let us know just how much of a distraction Jack and Lily were?
really rough time, just like I
Oh God, just like I
have. Okay, I just got Daniel to do that for me. He put it all in the thing for me. I'm not that technology to do stuff. It was an hour and 19 minutes.
So guys, this is like the last 23 minutes. I left out a little part that I think I already listened to. I think I got 23 minutes more to go with Janie, and I will take my time and look and see what she reveals language-wise. Applying plaids, she will give us a lot of an insight. Now, here's the thing. I think we've already determined what took place. Of course, there are small details that are always helpful. What we have learned in our last videos was that Daniel, the reason he went out there to search and was so eager to do it was because he was searching. But he was searching during the day.
she had an affair on Earl with someone who was doing work on the house. Oh my gosh. Oh man. Oh, there's a lot of things going through my head, and I don't think I should say any of them. Oh goodness. How can a mother compare the loss of two babies to the anxiety a dog has? You know, I will say this. She said that the dog goes running up to that door to look for the kids. I get that. I believe that part of it, right? I think that dogs do have separation anxiety. I have seen it with Lacey. Lacey and my dad were inseparable. And, um, then he was in a nursing home and she was with me, but I was working all day and I had somebody coming to let her out in the afternoon for me. And, I mean, her life changed in a split second, right? So to this day, Brenda Jo and I cannot leave her alone. She tears up the house. I've tried to put her in a kennel that she used to go in, and Dad and I could leave her for a couple hours at a time. Not a big deal. She not now. She won't. I even added extra clips to it to keep the door shut. She gets out of there. I mean, separation anxiety is real for dogs, guys. She just can't handle it. The bumping uglies comes from. Your dog, yeah. Some dog, I mean, yeah, we cannot leave her alone at all. We can't. She just, yep. So I do understand that, you know. Bumping uglies, that's funny. She had an affair. It wouldn't take much for a guy to look a little bit better than Earl, in my opinion. Oh my gosh.
For evidence he may have left behind during the night. That's why he was on the pipeline, and even his friends helped him. So, well, there's a couple more things that we've learned, if you remember, but that is actually the main thing. I want to know, where did he take the kids?
From her place to my place. Sorry, guys, Daniel just came in, but I asked Daniel for Cindy's address, and he told me that it's about an hour and 15 minutes away. 15. So, yeah.
Yep, you need Daniel's assistance now. Make no mistakes. Make no mistake. Whether or not you see them active online, they are watching. And they are discussing and they're strategizing. And she told us when Darren came by, they started strategizing all of that. And Darren even mentioned Janie was his source on several things. They have been very strategic. But now, of course, you may be wondering.
I agree. They have been very strategic. She's a talker regardless, and she's spelling yes. Hello, Rosebuds. Leader of the pack. I think that everyone's thoughts tonight are in the gutter. Oh my gosh. Oh, you guys are crazy. I, I guess there's somebody somebody out there for everybody. That's all I can say. Oh my gosh. I feel sorry for the dog for many reasons. He's even more lonely now. Yeah. you know. Yeah, to my knowledge, they've not been found, but in my opinion, I don't think they're alive either. But I would love nothing better than for them to be found alive, but I just don't think that's the case. This is the only case I've really said that about. Well, no, because I don't think Emmanuel Taro is alive either. Yeah. Getting down and dirty with Janie. Oh no, there's another lyric for a song. Oh man. But yes, I do agree with Mike. They've been strategic. They've included Darren. They tried to put out a narrative. It didn't work. Janie came out and tried to put out a narrative, and she put out a completely different narrative than Daniel did. That didn't work, you know. When you see the picture of Janie and Earl side by side, yeah, they really do look alike, don't they? I should do that at some point. Try to. Yeah. She could. I bet it never crossed her mind, though.
Why is this the best they can come up with? What they fabricated? Well, because yes, they are. That is the best that they can come up with. They are operating on top of their mental capacity, meaning three heads together, coming up with something better than they would be able to on their own.
I will check that out because I do have her address. So I'll check it out from here to there to find out exactly how long it takes.
How long it takes?
I know.
Exactly. How long it takes to get there. Yep. That's important to you. Well, priorities, right?
Derwood had so
And now she calls him Derwood.
much on his mind the day that he came and I was talking to him.
Yep, because he wanted to help you. He wanted to help Daniel no matter what. Even though he knew.
He, as you can tell the way he talks, he does kind of mix up a few things, but he does.
Because he cannot keep the story straight. He's a dumbass like you. You probably strategized and scripted things. But then he goes on the interviews and he forgets things. So does he, does he have a couple of drinks while he's on there? Making it even worse. When somebody not that bright, even, you know what I mean? So mix up. Yeah, mix up.
Somebody's not that bright. Oh, he said that nicely.
When you fabricate things, Janie. Let me guess, micromanager Janie. The things that you hammered into his brain, what he needs to say, he forgot some of these things. So he was freestyling. He was winging it. Listen, he was actually so confident he wanted to go on national television.
You know what? Since we're talking about Derwood,
Derwood's got a swagger, a wild little flair. Struts like a model, doesn't even care. Too sexy for his chair. Yeah, he's floating on air. Too sexy for his chair. Too sexy, he don't care. White girls bouncing, he's a walking sexy for your chair. His reflection winks back, yeah, it knows the deal. Every step he takes, it's a catwalk reel. The world can't handle, oh, the way he feels. He's got that vibe, that glow. A little too much, but we can't say no. Too sexy for his chair. Too sexy, stop and stare. White curls shining, he's beyond compare. Oh, Derwood, you're too sexy for your chair. He's got that vibe, oh, that glow. A little too much, but we can't say no. Too sexy for his chair. Too sexy, stop and stare. White curls shining, he's beyond compare. Oh, Derwood, you're too sexy for your chair. He dances through the kitchen, spins in the hall. Even his shadow's having a ball. That chair is jealous, can't compete at all.
And yes, Casey, I'll bet he's sorry he nicknamed himself Derwood. And Neuro, you have a point. His fabrication is a part of alcohol dementia, and it did cross my mind he's vulnerable and was bribed and played. I think he was too. They did everything that they could. But since we were talking about Derwood, I just thought I'd throw up a witch in there. Derwood and his KFC bucket just loving the RCMP. Yeah. Yeah, I think he did genuinely believe his story. But he was fed that story, in my opinion. And I wonder if he feels like an idiot now. I'm just saying. Do you think he realizes he was played? I'm just saying. I have a feeling he realizes he was played. But maybe not. All right, let's continue on.
He was like, ooh, I'm doing well. Ooh, there's a lot of people supporting me. Wow, this is really cool, man. I'm helping my friend and I'm getting famous. But you see, Janie is not happy with his performance.
And it was Daniel.
He wants to help. He has a lot on his mind, but now you realize it backfires.
Let's correct them. So
He doesn't need to correct him if he tells the truth. The problem is that he gets ahead of himself and he lies. That's why he needs to correct them. You don't need to correct, and you need to correct maybe some minor things. Sorry, I thought it was 9:45. I made the call. It was 9:43. That kind of stuff you correct.
just a little thing about the RCMP or the investigators. I'll tell you, the RCMP haven't set foot on this property since they left that Saturday.
Yeah. That what?
Saturday night. The investigators have been around, and as I said, they got after Daniel for speaking to the media.
No. They didn't go after Daniel for speaking to the media. They gone after Daniel because they have evidence leading his way that they don't reveal to you. When she's telling you for speaking to the media, no, that's not what it is. That is not what it is. They want him to speak to the media. Belinda said not one time did the RCMP tell her not to say something to the public. Not one single time. They told her a couple of times, we're not allowed to tell you certain things. We just can't, and we're not going to, because that's our job, and we have our, but they never once said, don't talk about this. So you mean the prime suspect, unofficially, they're going to tell him all of the things that are going on, but not Belinda? Are you damn serious?
I can tell you right now, when the investigators come here, I am going to get blasted out because they rove around here that day when I was doing my interview. But I have a few words for them because, as I said, I lost everything.
No, you didn't. You still have your property. You have your trailer. Your grandchildren are still alive. They are safe where they are. You can say Janie has lost everything because Belinda. Because even whatever she has, no, she has her other grandchildren, but she has lost. You haven't lost anything. You have lost 2 children on your property that you didn't want there. So for you, it's actually a gain. And,
I don't think that Mike realizes that Daniel's ex-wife does not allow the kids to go there anymore to see her or Daniel. So she has lost something because she's not able to see her other grandkids. Yeah. Oh, he came in here, said something about me, and then called everybody in chat some kind of idiots or something, and he was blocked here. That's why we gave back with the song. Derwood being sure of his own toxic opinions is his baseline. Yeah. Well, he went to them first on his own, but then he did get called in more recently, according to Belinda. So I don't know what that was about. Nobody would really know. I think she said until he's cleared, she doesn't want him to see the kids. I don't blame her. I do not blame her at all. Would you want your children? Yeah, no. And she's being wise. Because look what happened with the Dexter children. He was showing signs of mental instability, and she did go to court and got everything, reduced, which he wasn't happy about. He was only supposed to have them for 3 hours and never brought them home, and then took their lives. So I do not blame Daniel's ex-wife. I think she's being very smart. In all likelihood, they were not around her much previously. I don't know. I do know that Earl had a bunch of pictures on his page with the kids, so I don't know. I heard through the grapevine that she was denying Daniel visits because she heard from the kids the condition of the trailer. Good for her. Crackerjacks, that's funny. Yeah. Well, um, so here's what I do. I watch in the bushes. And most of the channels now are subscriber. You have to subscribe in order to talk. So that keeps me from opening my mouth. Because I purposely don't subscribe, unless I absolutely love the channel. And, she could have said she didn't want Janie to see them either. I mean, I don't blame her. Yep. I'm talking about Travis Decker, yes. I think he unalived himself. Is Earl's page still up? I don't know. I haven't looked. Yeah, it does all blur together after a while. It really does. It's hard to know what's fact and what's fiction sometimes, and there isn't a whole heck of a lot of facts in this case, because I sure do not take anything Daniel said as fact. I don't take anything Janie said as fact. They both contradicted themselves. And Derwood, oh my goodness, I think most of you know what I think about that. So he's just too sexy for his chair. All right, let's continue on.
No, you didn't lose everything. I don't think you understand what it means to lose everything.
I have nothing to lose. If I shoot off
Oh my God.
my mouth to them and they don't like it, if they want to arrest me for speaking my
They may arrest you, and I hope they will for for what you did, getting rid of evidence.
Yep.
That night by raking.
Yep.
And other things, but that's something that you clearly admitted to.
my voice, getting my voice out there.
That's true. She never ever had to admit that she raked anything. Right? She could have just stayed silent. So even though she said she was raking for a pool, come on. I mean, we all knew better than that, right? We all knew better. So she should have just not said anything. I don't know. I don't know, Neural. I really do not know. I know that she moved to Halifax, and I don't blame her. I wouldn't want my children around that family at all. Casey, that's absolutely correct. I mean, she did lose access to her grandbabies, but She does not know what it's like to lose everything, right? She does not know.
And having my charter speech and everything. So if they want to arrest me for shooting off two,
That's not what they're going to arrest you for.
Why is she using the word shooting off? Remember statement analysis here, Mike. Why is she using the word shooting off? For the life of me, I really feel like Deception Detective would be picking up on that.
That is not the problem that we have with you.
the media or on Facebook, let them go ahead. Let them do whatever they want to me.
I hope they arrest you.
You can't stop somebody from telling the truth. So if that's the way they want to be.
Oh my gosh, you can't stop somebody from telling the truth. Janie, you're not telling the truth. You have contradicted yourself too many times. You're not telling the truth. You know, she's talking big now. Let them do whatever they want to me. Let them come and arrest me. She has diarrhea of the mouth. Yes, she does. Janie's talking. uh, yeah. Yep, they did. Yeah, shooting off your mouth. Yeah. I mean, I've heard it used here as well, but I don't know. It bothers me when there's two missing children. Yeah, no, I heard it was because her mom got a job there.
You let them go. I'm going to let them go ahead and do what I got to do, what they got to do. I'm not standing in their way. I told them that they're more than welcome here anytime to do whatever they want to this property. If they want to tear up my driveway to see if the kids.
Yeah, because you know the kids are far away.
Are there, they can go ahead. If they want to lift my trailer, the big trailer up in the air and look under that. If they want to lift my RV and look up.
They already know the kids have been taken. And here you can see, this is a nice aerial view actually.
Underneath that, which they have already done. If they're not satisfied, they're more than welcome to come back and do whatever they got to do. I never stopped them from being on this property. And
you are angry because they're not filling you in and the silence is killing you.
Yep.
To you, silence means danger. They're hiding something from you for a reason. I'm almost done.
I invite them to come back. I don't get to see Meadow. I already asked CPS about seeing Meadow, and that's all they say to me is due to the criminal investigations. They said that Daniel would give visitations first.
Yeah. Well, there is a criminal investigation, right? Is that what you just said?
Is due to the criminal investigations.
Wait a minute. Is it officially a criminal investigation now? How do you know that? Is that what you were told? Or is it because you know a crime has been committed? This is pretty interesting, right? She's telling us, people. The more they yap, the more they tell us.
It's true. The more they yap, the more they tell us. But when they say that the criminal, what's the name of that? The criminal investigative unit has taken over the case. To me, it's a criminal investigation, you know. So I don't understand why people don't get that. Right. Yes, it's still a missing persons case, but it's being investigated criminally, right? And yes, no, you're right. They had to get a warrant because she was being so difficult about that RV.
As I've said, I don't pay too much attention to certain aspects. I don't think it's been named. It's been called a criminal investigation yet. But Janie calls it a criminal investigation because that's what it is to her. She knows a crime has been committed. She knows what crime has been committed. And she knows that there is an investigation due to the crime that's been committed.
Criminal investigations. They said that Daniel would give visitations first, and then they would look into giving me visitations. So I have not seen Meadow yet. From my understanding,
if it was a missing persons case, there would be a different story. You'd have no problem seeing Meadow. If it was a simple missing persons case, or, well, unless there is any, unless there's indication that your neglect or whatever contributed to it. Let's say it like that.
Malaya probably didn't know I was home because I usually go Fridays with my brother. And as I said, I didn't hear her yell at all. And even if she didn't know I was home, you think she would have yelled to me in the camper to see if I was here. I don't understand her way of thinking. Only she knows what's going on in her head, and she's the only one that knows what she does. I have no.
What she did. She knows what she did.
No insight into her brain at all, or her head at all. So it's just like you guys. I'm in the dark as much as you guys because I don't know what's going on in her head.
We're not talking about what's going on in her head as much as we're talking about what's going on in your head and what you know actually. And you realize whenever she talks very slow, she knows she needs to watch her words now because she doesn't want to reveal too much. Oh my goodness.
You never know after me speaking out and pleading for Jack and Lily.
Pleading for those two, you see? She gets flustered. These two what were you gonna say? What came to your mind? You had to stop yourself.
I don't know what's going on in her head. You never know after me speaking out and pleading for Jack and Lily.
So seriously, she came out to place the blame on Malaya. And, these guys did strategize. They filled Derwood's head with everything to blame Malaya. But here's the thing, I think they're all in on it. But I think it was something Daniel did, in my opinion. I could be wrong. Yeah, somebody said that there were rats in the walls of the trailer. Again, rumors. Don't count it as fact, but the more underwater adventures there, the bigger the chance someone can happen upon Jack and Lily. Yeah, absolutely. And the hurricane coming in, right? That can wash a bunch of things up. Yeah, her little body got caught on something. Yep. A one-bedroom apartment is $1,700 a month. Wow. That's crazy. I agree, Sharon. I really agree. Um, I want, I don't use the word closure in missing kids cases anymore because I don't believe that there's ever really closure. As when, especially if they're deceased, um, because it just, people don't get over that. Parents don't get over that. Um, Loved ones don't get over that. In this case, it's got to be heartbreaking, heart wrenching for Belinda. She's the only one that's speaking out for these kids in a truthful, reliable way. Yeah, justice, absolutely. $2,500 to rent a studio. Yep, rats in the walls and the floor was rotted by the door. So now you can understand why um, Daniel's ex-wife would want her children there. No, I mean, in Wisconsin, in the wintertime, you can get mice, yes, but you trap them, you take care of them. Rats, you bait, but no, that's right, Drippy. They have to get in. So people do what they can do to make sure that they don't get in. You block, you spray, you trap, you whatever you have to do to make sure they don't get it in. That's right. It's not healthy to live with vermin. Most of our rental properties are now owned by big investment corporations, and they have put the rent so high people can't afford to rent. So it's better for them to sit empty. Seriously? I mean, how does that make any sense? Crazy. The thing, they'll go where they need to, right? dog food's left around. I lived in a trailer, and put our dog out during the day, and we put her dish out on the back deck and check it, because you know how much your dog eats, right? Our dog self fed. We fill up his bowl, and he wasn't the type to just gobble it all down. He would eat when he was hungry. But all of a sudden, his food bowl was empty all the time. And we realized that we had rats living under the trailer. So, we took care of it. Yeah, rats carry diseases. They carry things. Yep. But let's get any creepy crawly things. Yuck. Yuck, yuck. I hate creepy crawly things. But, all right, let's listen to a little bit more.
She's reminding herself to mention their names. But it's cold, it's unemotional.
Said if Malaya has a heart, she won't do it for the adults. She'll do it for her children. But here's another thing that it's got me puzzled and got me very upset.
And you know what? She is puzzled because she does care about her grandchildren. And she does care about her two sons. So she cannot understand in her heart, whatever is left of it, how Malaya was able to tolerate Daniel brutally abusing both of her children and letting it get to the point where they are no longer with us.
I don't agree with Mike's synopsis about this, because I think that Daniel, part of his abuse came from this woman right here. I think, honestly, monkey see, monkey do. It's generational abuse. So I don't think she was puzzled at all about what Daniel did. I think she didn't like Malaya. She didn't like the children. I think it bothered her that Malaya would not let her be around Meadow as much as maybe she wanted. That's my opinion. But I don't think that she was puzzled about Malaya allowing Daniel to abuse her children. Not in the least. Not in the least. Because if she was puzzled by that, she would have done something. She would have gotten a hold of her son and said, hey, knock it off. Any mother would have. Right? I have daughters. My sons-in-law, if I knew that they were beating on my daughters or my grandbabies, I'd say something. Just would. People responsible for this are arrested and charged with a crime. Yeah. It would be great to find Jack and Lily. I'm not so sure that that's going to be as easy as we think. I am, since a hurricane is headed that way, I'm really hoping that the waters are stirred up and something's found. But I hear you, Drippy. I'm the same. I am the same. So I think she knew. I mean, guys, she lived in the RV. Daniel was abusing the kids. She knew about it. She could never make me believe that she did not. Is that what was causing her stress? She knew about it and she said nothing. Just like Cindy and Wade and Patty. Derwood, evidently. Earl. Justin. Come on, people had to see those black eyes, guys. How many people knew and didn't say anything about the abuse that was going on in that home? Exactly. She did say that too, didn't she, Ginger? She turned a blind eye, saying she didn't concern herself with what was going on in the trailer. Yes, Neuro, they do. They have to have enough evidence, so. I agree with you, AHC. Because that's the way she raised her kids. So she thought the kids deserved the discipline and abuse. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, guys, hit that like button. If we get at least 3 more likes, we will dance again before we go. Yep. Patty, Derwood, Mom, Wade, at the very least knew. Janie knew. Yeah, she had to have known. They're out there, isolated. Those trailers are not soundproof. You can hear everything. I agree with you, Kristen. No kids deserve that. Positive reinforcement. Absolutely. I agree, Sharon. I agree. You know what? It doesn't matter if they're step or if they're real or if they're kids in the neighborhood. Doesn't matter. Love them all, right? I agree. Oh, Jack's swollen cheek, right? I mean, oh, okay. We got our 3, so let's dance a little.
Derwood's got a swagger, a wild little flair. Struts like a model, doesn't even care. Too sexy for his chair. Yeah, he's floating on air. Too sexy for his chair. Too sexy, he don't care. White girls bouncing, he's a walking affair. Oh, Derwood, you're too sexy for your chair. His reflection winks back, yeah, it knows the deal. Every step he takes, it's a catwalk reel. The world can't handle, oh, the way he feels. He's got that vibe, that glow. A little too much, but we can't say no. Too sexy for his chair. Too sexy, stop and stare. White girl shining, he's beyond compare. Oh, Derwood, you're too sexy for your chair. He's got that vibe, oh, that glow. A little too much, but we can't say no. Too sexy for his chair. Too sexy, stop and stare. White curls shining, he's beyond compare. Oh, Derwood, you're too sexy for your chair. He dances through the kitchen, spins in the hall. Even his shadow's having a ball. That chair's jealous, can't compete at all.
Too sexy. Yep, that's very true. The minister over that government department is reviewing the case. They have been from the beginning. But yes, CPS everywhere needs to be investigated, guys. Needs to be investigated. So today's grannyism is about stress. And Janie's so stressed out. Stress can ruin every day of your life. It's true. Sometimes we just carry too much, right? It can also cause health issues. But in my opinion, Janie doesn't know what stress is. She just doesn't. I think that she was stressed herself about the kids. I think the kids disgusted her and she wanted nothing to do with them, so that every time she heard their voices, it stressed her out. That's what I think. Her dog, I think her dog is stressed from her. That's what I think. I'm not opposed to sterilization either for deliberate abuse or even chronic serious drug use. Yeah. I'm not opposed to it either, Drippy. I mean, when I think of what Jake Harrell, however you say his last name, did to his 10-week-old daughter, people like that should never be allowed to have children. So I heard the warden of the area dropped by her place to offer support, and she told her to get off her property. Oh, golly. Yeah. That wouldn't surprise me at all, Osprey. Well, she thought they were a money pit, but then when they were going to lose their money, did they decide the kids weren't worth it? I mean, I don't know. Because Daniel didn't pay his taxes, so they were going to lose the money. I mean, I really wish I knew. Wouldn't it be nice to read minds, guys? I agree. He should never be able to reproduce. Get the F off her property. Yeah, wouldn't surprise me that she said that at all. Not in the very least would it surprise me. But seriously, that maybe that's enough of a form of punishment. I don't, um, yeah. I mean, I don't know how that works in Canada, so couldn't say. Christian, it's not a matter of him just being arrested. I mean, we want, if he did something to these children, don't we want him arrested for that and convicted? So I'm just saying, I want charges to stick. So I agree with you, Sharon. 6 months and 48 months of probation, 6 months of jail and 48 months of probation was not even a slap on the little finger for what he did to that baby, who literally has no quality of life. And she's 7 years old. She's always going to have to be tube fed, bathed, um, I mean, diapers changed for the rest of her life. She can't even see, and she has 3% brain function. So, I mean, she'll never talk. Does she even comprehend anything? It breaks my heart. And he's walking around having more kids. One that he probably took the life of from beating. You know? So, yeah, guys, let's, keep Emmanuel in prayers that they find him, because I want to see that mother and father pay for what they did. Yeah, and think about what happens when the aunt passes away at some, years down the road. That that child is going to, it won't be a child anymore, it'll be an adult, will be put in probably a nursing home, because it needs round the clock care. I don't know how she could have a full life. She can't walk. She's blind. She has to be fed by a tube. She has to have the tracheotomy tube in her. She can't breathe. She only has 3% functioning of her brain. So we don't even know if she can comprehend anything. Cracker Jacks, you just said what I haven't wanted to say out loud. But I agree with you. Sometimes it is kinder to let a child go rather than face a life of pain. I'm surprised when they were trying to save this infant that they didn't at some point let her go, realizing that point. I don't know. But there you go. She's 7 years old. The aunt is taking loving care of her, but she's never going to have not 3% brain function. Just, she's not going to, Oh, meaning a long life. I get what you're saying. Well, all it's going to take is for her to choke. They have to keep removing her saliva from that trach tube because she could choke on that and die. Could be shortened due to ongoing sickness. Yeah. Some kind of infection from the tubes that are inside of her. I mean, who knows, right? Yeah. Sadly, it would probably be a blessing. But and I'm sure the family wouldn't want to hear us saying that. I get that, but I feel that way about anybody, that ends up in that position with very little brain function, So, I mean, that's just the way I feel. There's no quality of life, you know. But let's keep this family in our prayers, especially God. That aunt is a saint. She's taken in all of Jake's kids because she loves babies, and good for her, right? Good for her. My email address, there it is. All right, guys. So that's all I really had for today. And thank you all for being here. Please hit the like button on your way out. If you would, I would really appreciate it. And everybody have a really good night. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for watching another episode of Granny's Crime Busters. We really appreciate each and every one of you. Don't forget to subscribe and like and even share the content. You can follow us on any of our other social media platforms at YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. We really appreciate you guys, and you can also email us at granniescrimebusters@gmail.com. Thank you so much, and we will see you on the next one. Thanks, guys.